Hi everybody, it's Crystal from the Crafty Crystal Store where we like to inspire, teach, and be creative. I'm going to jump on here quickly and do a quick tutorial on how to apply HTV vinyl, which is heat transfer vinyl, to cotton, so a cotton t-shirt or whatnot. For this craft you will need a t-shirt, you will need some parsnip paper, a flat hard surface, and either an iron or a Cricut press, okay? If you are using a Cricut press, you're going to want to set the heat temperature to 150 degrees Celsius, and you're going to be pressing for about 10 to 15 seconds per area, okay? So the first thing that I have done is I've gone ahead and used my Cricut design space and designed my t-shirt design. So what I'm going to use today is a little saying. It says 2020 was still better than my first marriage, because I thought that was pretty humorous. Okay, those of you that have been married once or twice or 3 times get what I'm saying. So I've already got my stencil ready, okay? Don't forget that if you're printing with your Cricut, you're going to want to mirror your object, okay? So you want to mirror it so that when it prints, it's printed backwards, okay? So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your heat iron or your easy press warmed up. You're going to want to iron the area of your shirt or whatever you're ironing this onto. And you want to make sure that it's nice and flat, okay? You don't want any big wrinkles in there. Next thing you're going to want to do is take your parsnip paper and cut 2 pieces, okay? What I like to do is I like to place a piece inside of the shirt. Okay, when you're using heat transfer vinyl, if the heat gets really, really hot, sometimes it can press right through to the other side of your cotton, okay? So I've got the parsnip paper inside. Now, because I'm working on a wood table, I'm going to put an extra piece on the very bottom of my t-shirt at the back, okay? I do this because I want to make sure I'm not getting those heat marks on my table. Next thing you're going to do is take your stencil design and place it sticky side down on top of your shirt or whatever it is that you're pressing it onto. Now you can either eyeball your design to see if it's totally centered, or you can use a ruler or measuring tape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the furthest part of each stencil. So this would be the bottom of my line. And the top of my number 2. So that's about centered to me. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press right over top of my design here, okay? You don't need to put parsnip paper on it because it's technically already transfer paper. If you have a timer on your easy press, you want to set that for 10 to 15 seconds, okay? I like to move mine back and forth a bit. I'm always scared that if I leave it on too long, it's going to burn it. And I'm going to set that timer again and do the bottom part. And I will set it again and do the top portion. Now sometimes I find when you look up different temperatures and different times to press, sometimes it doesn't always work perfectly for that time, okay? So here is when you can take off your press, and with heat transfer vinyl, if it's easy weed from scissor, you can pull it off whether it's hot or cold, okay? But what I like to do is check a corner, and if it's not sticking on the transfer part, which it's not, I can go ahead and slowly peel this off, okay? Sometimes I find I need to reset my timer and just do 1 or 2 extra presses. So I'm just going really slowly here because I don't want to risk if there's a little area that's a bit loose. I find the cooler it gets, the easier it is to remove. And there we go. So with that extra piece of parsnip paper, what I like to do, and again, you don't have to do this, but I like to put it over top of my design and just go over my design for another 15 seconds, okay? This just kind of gives me ease of mind that I have every tiny little corner pressed down. There we go, guys. So when that's done, you can take the parsnip paper from underneath. If you have something behind it, you could remove that. And there we go. We have a t-shirt for Dad, and it says 2020 was still better than my first marriage. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you'd like to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And thank you for watching.